Hey y'all, what's up? This is Rosie. The idea for this week's video came from last week's video. I pointed out that one of the original MTV VJs, and I pointed it out through text, is from Birmingham. And so I wanted to name off some other celebrities and public figures that y'all might not know are from here. And so before I get started, I want to invite y'all to join my socials. And you will notice that I do not have an X/Twitter account. I freaking refuse to have one for obvious reasons. I left there in November, but I am on Blue Sky. Anyway. The first one are 3 in 1, and that's because these three men were all from the same singing group. Eddie Kendricks, Paul Williams, and Dennis Edwards were all from the Motown singing group The Temptations. Eddie Kendricks and Paul Williams were best friends from Birmingham, Alabama. They grew up together, they went to school together, and they went on their musical journey together. Now, the first one to leave this earthly plane was Paul Williams. On August 17th, 1973, he unalived himself, and it is stated that he might not have done that because the way it was done was suspicious, but I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole nother video, probably. The second one from the group to leave this earth was Eddie Kendricks on October 5th, 1992 from lung cancer. Dennis Edwards was also from Birmingham, but I believe he went to Detroit to live. And he took over singing duties from David Ruffin, who was ousted from the group for various reasons. And he left this earth on February 1st, 2018 from meningitis, and it was 2 days before his 75th birthday, I believe. Number 2, Nell Carter. Nell Carter was from the television show, at least that's where I knew her from, Give Me a Break. She sang the theme song. She had a beautiful singing voice, very strong and soulful. And yeah, I miss her. I loved her. But she left this earthly plane on January 23rd, 2003 with diabetes as one of the contributing factors. And yeah, I miss her. Angela Davis is a political activist and philosopher. She was from here. I remember her being mentioned a lot in 1970s TV shows, especially for her afro. She had a beautiful, big, round afro. And so, yeah, that's what I remember her for in the 70s. I didn't know she was a political activist. She came out as a lesbian in 1997 in an interview with Out magazine, and on the show Finding Your Roots, she was told by Henry Louis Gates that she was descended from a passenger on the Mayflower by the name of William Brewster. Also, a politician from Alabama named John A. Darton was her biological grandfather. And this was through an extramarital affair with Davis's grandmother, who was a black woman. John A. Darton was a white man. So, yeah. Gucci Mane. I don't know much about Gucci Mane. I got all of this from Wikipedia, all of this information in this video. But, yeah, he was born in Bessemer, Alabama, which is a southwestern suburb of Birmingham. I do remember reading that a few years ago, several years ago, when he got married. But he's worked with artists such as Selena Gomez, The Weeknd, Chris Brown, and Lil Wayne, among others. So I don't know much about him, but now I know that. Carl Lewis, I remember being mentioned in the news a lot in the 80s and 90s. He calls Willingboro, I have to read my own handwriting, I'm sorry. He calls Willingboro, New Jersey his hometown, but he was born in Birmingham on July 1st, 1961, exactly 4 days after my mom. He also shares a birthday with one of my uncles. But Carl Lewis was a track and field athlete who won 9 gold medals, 1 Olympic silver medal, and 10 World Championship medals, including 8 gold. His career spanned from 1979 to 1996, 17 years. When he last won the Olympic long jump, he is one of 6 athletes to win gold in the same event in 4 Olympic Games in a row. So good for you, Carl Lewis. Kate Jackson. I love me some Kate Jackson. She is a brookie, and a brookie are from Mountain Brook. We just call them brookies. Some of us call them brookies. But anyway, Kate Jackson is from Mountain Brook, which is a suburb here in Birmingham. And she was born October 29, 1948. In 1975, she was in a show called Rookies. But we Xers probably know her best from the iconic 1976 to 1981 TV show Charlie's Angels as the beautiful Sabrina Duncan. Personally, she was my favorite, and that was when I was a little bitty tyke before I even knew what a Birmingham was that some people sometimes spoke of. So, yeah. She was just my favorite. I loved her. Ruben Studdard and Taylor Hicks, and there is a reason I put them together, and that is because they are both American Idol alumni, and they were both winners on the show. So, Ruben Studdard was born in Frankfurt, West Germany, but he was raised in Birmingham. His dad was stationed in Frankfurt, Germany, in the U.S. Army. He repped Birmingham to his soul, though. Always wore those 705, what the hell is that? 205 t-shirts, which is the area code for Birmingham. And he actually worked with my mom. Yeah, he was one of my mom's co-workers. And my mom was so excited when she saw him on TV, and she was very proud of him. And so, yeah. And here is a fun fact. My former father-in-law was a police officer. He once ran Ruben Studdard in the database and found out that his license was expired. So do with that information what you will. It wasn't expired, it was suspended. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but whoever they're going after, I hope they're okay. Taylor Ruben Hicks was born in Birmingham on October 7, 1976, but moved to Hoover, which is situated in Jefferson and Shelby counties, when he was 8, I think is what I found out. But he was named the American Idol winner on May 24, 2006, and was named as the hottest bachelor by People magazine that same year. Hey, there you go. Good for you. Alan Hunter, as I pointed out last week in text, was born in Birmingham on February 14, 1957. He graduated from Mountain Brook High School, another brookie, in 1975, and he became an MTV VJ in 1981 through a mix-up with the tapes or something, or technical mix-up. When Mark Gooden was supposed to be shown first, Alan Hunter accidentally became the first VJ shown on MTV. Heck yeah. He spent 6 years on the channel and interviewed a ton of stars like Duran Duran, U2, Ozzy Osbourne, and Loverboy, amongst many others. He now lives in Webster Groves, Missouri with his wife and their 2 kids. Richard Arrington Jr. I'm just naming him as an honorable mention. He was born in 1934 and was the first black mayor of Birmingham. He served as mayor for 20 years from 1979 through 1999, and he retired after serving 5 terms, and who can blame him? 20 years? Yeah. And the last one is Courteney Cox. Courteney Cox was born on June 15, in 1964 in Birmingham, Alabama, and graduated from Mountain Brook 7 years after Alan Hunter. So they went to the same high school, and she is also a brickie. But she graduated in 1982. I, as many other extras, first saw her in the Dancing in the Dark video with Bruce Springsteen when he pulled her up on stage. At the end of the video, she was chosen by Brian De Palma from a casting call for the video. She went on to star in Misfits of Science in 1985 as Gloria Danello, which sounds vaguely familiar. And she even played a recurring part as Michael J. Fox's Alex P. Keaton. Michael J. Fox's character, Alex P. Keaton's girlfriend named Lauren Miller on Family Ties. Dang. Anyway, we know her most prominently, arguably so, as Monica Gellar on Friends. For the precious few who lived under a rock and never watched Friends, you might have seen her, as I did, in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, or the iconic and still ongoing Scream franchise. When are they going to stop that freaking franchise? Still others might have watched her in Cougar Town, which ran from 2009 to 2015, or most recently in Shining Vale, which is a horror comedy series which ran from 2022 to 2023 on Starz and is now available for streaming on Max. Y'all, my brain is fried and my voice is going, so I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I hope you found this interesting as I did. Name some celebrities who grew up from your hometowns. I'm nosy. I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, I'm going to go. As usual, there are donations links in the description. You will find my PayPal, Cash App, and GoFundMe links. If you'll consider looking at those and helping me out, you would definitely be helping me out more than you could ever possibly realize. And I thank you in advance. A wise man once said you have to build your tribe one person at a time, no matter what generation you are from. If you would like to be a part of my tribe, hit that subscribe link. You'll be helping me out there, and I would be so glad to have you. Anyways, I messed that up, but I'm not going to redo it. I love y'all so much for wasting time with me. Hope to see y'all on the next upload. Bye for now.